So we're going to do an exercise for the Achilles and soleus today. It's going to be an isometric exercise, so there's no movement actually happening. And the key variables are we need the muscle to be in a relatively long position, which we're going to be adjusting with our plates here. And we also need to see if we can provide quite a lot of force. So we've got a relatively heavy weight to lift there, and we can scale that force depending on our ability to lift it. Exercise is to basically plantar flex the ankle into an immovable force, which is this, hence creating our isometric. The Achilles tendon loves load. Okay, if there's anything going on with the area, it's definitely worth getting load into it as soon as you can under a obviously constricted environment. Isometrics are great, there's no movement involved, and also you can really tailor the intensity. The squat rack setup is always available, so you can do this in like a lat pull down machine as well. You can put that pad really hard onto the knees with your toes on a plate. We'll walk you through that in a second. All we're going to do, put our body pretty much dead in center. I've put a foam roller onto this to allow a little bit of kindness to my leg. So all we're going to do there is put the plates underneath my toes. That's already going to dorsiflex my foot slightly. And by pushing my knee into that position there, I'm getting a little bit of a stretch already on that Achilles tendon. Now, we don't want to hold that stretch. I'm actually going to apply some pressure. So if you want to do this along with me, you're more than welcome to. But I'm actually going to start with a 5 out of 10 effort push. I'm going to try now, 3, 2, 1, push my toes down into the floor as if I'm trying to lift this bar off the rack. I'm holding it because that's what's basically loading the tendon up. And because our tendons are made of collagen, they are usually quite elastic. Or if you hold anything for elastic for a period of time, that elasticity starts to go. And what we're going to do is get a little bit of creep. And that creep is going to allow this pliability piece that we need from the Achilles. It's a good chance it's a little bit too stiff and relaxed there. So 30 seconds worth of work. And then you're going to switch onto the other side and do exactly the same thing. Ready? And same again, gently push. 30 seconds on this side too. This leg's going to get 2 minutes of recovery before hitting it again. And we're going to do 4 reps of that each side. Not going to do all of them with you, but the idea is that you're tailoring the intensity so that you can feel the work happening. It's relatively strong, but not necessarily maximal, unless you've been given authorization to go maximal. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. So I forgot now nearly a minute's worth of recovery before I do this one again. I can do other things here. I could do some reverse pulls, some rotation, some mobility stuff. I'm going to go back and do that again on that same side. Remember, it should be pretty immovable. So these are a lot stronger than you think. It's not like a bicep curl where 20 kilos is probably quite heavy. This needs body weight, if not sometimes more. Because when you run, it's 2 to 3 times body weight every time you step on the ground. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but it's at least 2 times your whole body weight. So yeah, don't be scared of lifting heavy with this one. Do put some force into it. You will feel a little bit of work happening, and you may feel a little bit of work have happened the day after, like DOMs, for example. But consistency and recovery will really help that pliability in that tendon. Reason why we're doing the bent knee in here is that really isolates soleus, which is that muscle that's underneath that sort of horse's foot shape, gastrocnemius. Soleus does about 75% of the work when you run. Almost irrelevant at any pace. It's a huge, huge workhorse when it comes to you getting from one foot to the other one. Could also be somebody sitting on your knee. So it could be a partner or a friend sitting on your knee, and you're just trying to lift your heel off the floor a little bit and hold it there. The holding it, this isometric non-moving contraction, is the key thing. 4 repetitions, 30 seconds per rep, and about 2 minutes recovery in between. Both sides. Obviously, if it's a lat pull down machine, you can do both at the same time. If it's someone sitting on your knee and they're particularly heavy, great, you can do both at the same time. But more than likely, one leg is what we will focus on. And you can do things in between, like do some other exercises and so on. So hopefully that works for you guys. We'll see you soon.